Hello and welcome to another daily devotion. As this week we talk about connecting through generosity. And I was thinking about a sermon I gave once when I was in Durham. It was about loving your neighbor and Jesus' command, love one another. And I remember that week I was walking into the quad in Duke University, and I saw an undergrad. I'm a grad student, seminary, and I see this undergrad girl, and she's sitting on the bench, and she's bawling her eyes out. And then she stops when she sees me coming, and I think to myself, if somebody broke this kid's heart, or somebody died, or she got an F on a test, whatever it is, she's very distraught. I should say something. I should ask if she's okay. And then I said to myself, no, I'm probably 4 or 5 years older than her. She's probably gonna think, who is this creepy guy? I don't want her to think, anything weird. So I just let it go. It's none of my business anyway. And I kept walking, as I'm getting closer to my car, but far enough away that I'm not going to turn around. I thought, I should have stopped, right? And then later in the week, I'm going to the church I'm volunteering with, and I'm driving. It's pouring rain. I'm running a little bit late, and I see as I'm driving down this cutaway street, I see this older man and his young boy, and they got the hood up of an old Caddy or Buick, and it's spewing out radiator fluid, steam. And I think, my first car did that all the time. I could go help these guys, maybe just see what's going on, but shoot, I'm running late. I got to get there. These people are waiting on me. And it's besides raining, it's not a great neighborhood. Maybe I should just keep going. And so I did. I kept driving. And I think later, should have stopped. And there was a third incident. And during that week, I thought to myself, okay, I'm telling all these folks in the church, along with myself, Jesus is telling us, love your neighbor. And I blew it 1, 2, 3 times. I thought about Peter. Jesus, do you love me? Feed my sheep. Peter, do you love me? Tend my lambs. Peter, do you love me? Yeah, I love you. Man, how many times are you going to ask me? But what Jesus was getting at is, are you willing to stop and to care for the rest of the flock before you think about yourself? And you say, well, what does this have to do with stewardship? What does this have to do with generosity? Well, it has everything to do with it, because the one resource you never get back and you never have enough of is time. One resource that you never promise more of. You can't restock, you can't replenish, you can't go buy more of it. Once it's gone, it's gone. So how generous are you with your time? I remember I served with a colleague. His name was Gordon. And Gordon could be standing on the sidewalk with somebody from the church, and she or he could be telling them whatever's going on in their life. And the fire brigade, the fire trucks could come screaming down the road, pull right in front of him. And he'd still be just locked in on that person, listening to their story. I mean, the ambulance could be out. They could have somebody on the paddles. The dogs could be barking. The Air Force One could fly over, and he was still just right with you. And you knew that when you were with Gordon, his time in that moment, you were the most important thing in his world. What a gift to know that somebody takes the time to care, to love like Jesus loves, when everybody else is too busy to stop, got too many things going on, running too late. Now, I would argue that the time we give to each other is one of the base levels. It's the brick and mortar. It's the basement of a house built on the generosity of God. So how about it? Do you have time for somebody today? God's time?